knitters, I'm Mary Annarella of Lyrical Knits, and this is a tutorial for how to do the dip left and dip right stitches that are a part of the Muppet Shawl Mystery Knit-Along. Now, I am just working off of a little swatch here, so this is not, part of the shawl. This is just to show you the stitch, and I've worked up to the spot where it says to dip left. So to dip left, I am going to find the stitch that is 5 stitches below the next stitch on the left needle. So here's the stitch on the left needle, and I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches below it. So you insert your needle front to back into that stitch and draw through a loop as if to knit. So you notice that the yarn comes up and over this way. And so there is my dip. Then I'm told to knit 1 and dip right. Okay, dip right's a little easier to find the hole where you're going to insert your needle because it's the same one that you dipped into before. So you're going to insert your right needle front to back into that same spot that you dipped left from. Draw a loop as if to knit. And pull it open right here. It is an increase, so you can see where I dipped left, knit 1, and dipped right. And I knit 3. So I'll show you one more time. Insert my needle into the 5th stitch below the next stitch on the left needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw through a loop as if to knit, and then knit that stitch at the top, knit 1. And then dip right. Dipping right, I just insert my needle into the hole that I did the dip left from. And there I've got this right here. Now, just regarding tension, don't keep it too loose or too tight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. Don't keep it like all the way down there. You don't want it that tight, but you don't want to force it to be too loose either. It'll take care of itself over the next couple of stitches, and it gets a slightly quilted look to it. So again, not tight like that, but not super loose like that. Somewhere in between is our sweet spot. And then dip right. There we go. And it already looks a little bit like Beaker's hair to me standing on end. Just a quick note about the wrong side row. If you're a little confused about the whole purl any purl stitches and slip with yarn forward any dipped stitches. So again, this is a swatch, so I'm just going to knit my 3 edge stitches. All that means is that if a stitch presents itself as a purl stitch, this looks like it was purled, so I'm going to purl it. And when I get to a dip stitch, I'm going to slip it. Okay, and I can see that I have reached my set of dip, knit and dipped stitches here. So I'm going to slip the dips with the yarn forward. And it's going to be really obvious which stitch has been dipped because it's going to slip much more easily. So I'll purl that one in the middle and then slip that last one. The dip stitches slip really easily. So you're basically going to be doing, purl 3, slip, purl 1, slip. So I'll purl 1, 2, 3. And sometimes these 2 stitches will stick together. Just keep in mind that the first one is that dip stitch. And if you want to turn it over and take a look, you can check that way. But don't slip them together. Make sure you slip just the one, and it goes so easily. The dip stitches slip easily. There we go. And on that next right side row, these are basically increases, but on this next right side row, you're going to decrease them away. So this is just to show you what it's going to look like. You're going to knit to the point where it tells you to knit the pattern. And notice you're going to take that first dipped stitch, that dip left, and you're going to knit it together with the stitch in front of it, the preceding stitch. Knit one, and then slip, slip, knit them both together, and you end up with a little meep, or beaker's hair, or a twin set of dip stitches. Knit one, oops, slip, slip, knit, some beaker's hair that way, knit two together, knit one, slip, slip, knit. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. We'll see you for the next one. Oh, there we go. So you can see what this looks like. We'll see you for the next tutorial and enjoy.